Well, it's once again that time of year when we must watch out for the idols of March as they look to murder your wallet by providing a sampling of waifus in an attempt to convince you to buy their merchandise. So between Love Live Superstar, Selection Project, Idly Pride, and Gek Idol, who, in my eyes, is the most dangerous by being the best quality? It's Love Live Superstar. It's absolutely Love Live Superstar by like a country mile. But we'll save it for last. So who was the worst? That's easy. It's Gek Idols, who decided that they wanted to be ambitious and juggle a lot of knives. First by using a sci-fi plot device to take out its main character's family, forming a trauma to look at later. Then having her join a theater group that's also part-time idols to raise money for their performances. Which would work if it leaned into the fact that some of the other girls are former idols, recovering from trauma themselves, such as what they did with Ari. So while it would make the sci-fi plot device stick out a bit like a sore thumb, you aren't exactly losing the plot yet, and hey, I like that you went full on and had canonical lesbians. But oh no, you decided to add more knives, as you attempt to juggle AI, a bit of psychological horror, and time travel. And oh no, you were juggling under a ceiling fan, scattering the knives everywhere and sending you to the hospital. Maybe next time you won't juggle so many knives, as you're only diluting the other parts of your story and leaving a mess when all the parts scatter or get dropped. Now that leaves Idly Pride and Selection Project. Both of them for some reason decided to center their story around a girl getting a heart transplant from a top-level idol who died in an accident, of all things, making them very weird to watch back to back. In this case, I watched Idly Pride second, but it did come out first for the record. Thought I should make that clear, as I may be doing the series dirty by saying that it was the weaker of the two, given the watch order. But I think Idly Pride has some issues holding it back. One, it just has too many girls. There are 10 in total, and there's no way you're giving them all time to develop. Like at best, you can give a few some minor development, but most of your focus is going to be on your main two. The girl who got the transplant and the dead idol's sister, as well as their manager and the ghost of the dead idol herself. Which is actually kind of novel and creates some humor. It's not great humor, but humor nonetheless. But it isn't enough for me, as both groups led by one of the main two steamrolled their way to the finals in their competition. They even ended a tie, as we don't want to make anyone sad. Well, besides the manager, who only gets told that the big idol had an obvious crush on him, only when she moves on into the afterlife. Sucks for him. As for the Selection Project, it has 9 girls going through a game show to determine Japan's next idol, splitting the 9 into 3 groups to get songs early, which I appreciate. Then having them all form friendships and getting disqualified because they want to form a group. Like, I understand that they want to create conflict, but you're telling me that an idol producer would just like pass up a free group? Like, the final round was going to be a performance of 7 of them, so just make it 9. It's not that hard. What's the difference in the grand scheme of things? As for the 2 mains, the sister gets mad about the fact that the other one has her sister's heart, and she says she's only a good idol because of it, which she then later regrets saying and now wants to take a more supporting role because she felt guilty. This is actually kind of funny because in Idly Pride, there was a big plot point that because of the heart transplant, the girl could actually sing better. Food for thought. But a health scare leads to them burying the hatchet and doing the big performance to cement the group. Overall, I think if you're going to watch either of these, you're doing it for the performances and the music. Given the Selection Project gets to the music the quickest, I guess go with that one if you want. But if you really want to watch an idol series from 2021, you gotta watch Love Live Superstar. And that's a shame, because it feels like rooting for Cobra Kai. Yeah, of course a series with the bigger budget and backed by a more experienced team is gonna look and sound the best. But genuinely, and this is coming from someone who isn't really a fan of idol series, this series is a contender for the top 10 of the year. Of course, it looks great and the performances are top notch, but the series also makes some good decisions when it comes to the narrative. First up, there are only 5 girls in this group. That means you can actually craft some decent interlocking stories and put some actual focus on development, which series like 2020's D4DJ and Show by Rock Maishu Maireshi used well to challenge Love Live's 2020 outing. Also, not all the girls are in the group from the word go. The narrative weaves its characters' stories into each other. Kenon's story of getting over her stage fright ties into KK's story of following her dreams, with Kenon's backstory tying her into Chisato's story, and KK's rivalry tying her into Sumeri's story, with Friend's story interlacing with their struggle to make it, so when they clear it, her story can join theirs. Which to me makes this set of 5 feel more like an actual group of friends, than say the 9 girls from Selection Project is becoming friends, I guess. Also, with each girl getting more time to develop, it allows them to be more than just, I don't know, sporty spice, beauty spice, or some other various flavor of idol. The series also uses this time to introduce and develop the rival that they will have to overcome at the titular Love Live competition, if they want to be the best idol group. They establish them as a top dog early on, getting to meet them and showing them the ways they can improve so they can reach the same level as they are. before actually pitting them against each other in the season finale, which, spoiler, beep 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 beep, they actually lose. This sets up the second season extremely well, as I really want to see these girls succeed next time. And spoilers. But the show, at least in my eyes, has everything that an idol fan should enjoy and more. I also just like the presentation of the series, as they always give you a song, as that is why you're watching an idol series. Yeah, the band's not together yet, but you know who the 5 are, so here's a banger to give you an idea of what's to come. So if you're slightly interested in trying an idol series, I believe this would be my choice for new people into the genre. But watch out for your wallet, as you must beware the idols of March.